I'm not on a tropical island. I'm not in Southern Europe. I'm in the middle of Poland's most industrial and economically developed region, brimming with innovation and investment. And yes, it's also super green and full of delightful gems. Sounds impossible? Let me show you that in Silesia, everything is possible. Hi, I'm Weronika from Welcome Home, your guide to Poland. Today let me focus on one special Polish region. It's time to solve the mystery. I'm standing by the palm trees on the market square in Katowice, the capital of the Silesian region. Silesia, Śląsk, is the most developed region in Poland in terms of industry. We have one of the highest GDPs in the country and are brimming with new investments. The region offers great business opportunities. Large tech and IT companies have branches here. The automotive industry is well established. For example, Fiat and Opel vehicles are produced here, along with many automotive suppliers. And there are even whispers that Tesla will invest here. I'm literally in the center of a huge metropolis, and yet a 10-minute tram ride away from Europe's largest city park, Silesian Park, which is twice the size of Central Park in New York City. Is this all too hard to believe? Let's go on a tour of the region, which is full of surprises. Maybe this is a place for you too. A brief lesson in history and geography. Before I go further, it's time for a short lesson. What is Silesia? Well, it's quite complicated to give you one exact answer concerning our history, but let's try. Poland is split into 16 provinces, which we call województwa, voivodeship in English. I know it's a tough word and concept, so later on I'll call it Silesian region. It's located in southern Poland, bordering Czechia and Slovakia. A little note here. Historically, Silesia was not the same as the current administrative Silesian voivodeship. When we say Silesia, Śląsk, we mean the central part of the region. Hey to you, local historians, excuse me any simplification on this complex topic, but we want to promote the region, right? Katowice, where we are now, is the capital of the entire Silesian province, the voivodeship, but also capital of the unique Silesian metropolis, one of the biggest in Europe. I'll talk about this in a minute. Of course, just considering the city limits, the biggest and most economically developed is Warszawa, the Polish capital. And yes, second best known Polish city is the touristic city of Kraków. But these are just cities, and Katowice is a part of a huge, well-developed metropolitan region. Silesia is the largest urbanized area in Central and Eastern Europe. With the highest average population density, our region is less than 4% of Poland's area and has almost 5 million people. What a number! Silesian Metropolitan Area. Without any doubt, we are pleased to live and work in a unique area of the whole country, the Silesian Metropolitan Area, whose capital is the city of Katowice. Officially, the metropolitan area has existed since 2018. But it has been so natural for all the cities to come together for decades that it seems a matter of time to formalize it. The area consists of 41 cities and municipalities in the central part of the province, with a total population of 2.3 million people. As many as 240,000 companies operate here. The area alone generates 8% of Poland's GDP. The most important cities besides Katowice are Chorzów, Bytom, Zabrze, Gliwice, Tychy, Mysłowice and Dąbrowa Górnicza. The location of all these cities is absolutely unique. They border each other and are seamless so that you don't even know when you leave one city and enter the next. Everyone who visits Silesia is really surprised by this. Silesian economy and business opportunities. Silesia is the most industrialized region in Poland. For centuries, our region has been associated with heavy industry. The stronger sectors of the economy are metallurgy and coal mining, electrical machinery, and food processing. 27 of Poland's 200 largest companies have their headquarters in Silesia. We also have the Katowice Special Economic Zone, a Polish leader among special economic zones, with over 540 business entities. is a great place to attract potential investors. But Silesia is not just heavy industry anymore. There are more and more investments in new technologies here. We see this especially in Katowice, but every city in the region offers great opportunities for good work, investment, and business development. Silesian Universities. Why are companies so eager to open their headquarters here? Because Silesian people are really hardworking, and that's a fact. But also, Silesia is a place of well-educated professionals. 38 universities in the region educate nearly 10% of the total number of students in the country. The most prestigious are our technical universities, whose graduates are the great future staff for companies. The best public universities in Silesia are the Silesian University of Technology in Gliwice, the University of Silesia in Katowice, the University of Economics, and the Medical University of Silesia. Transportation. Silesia is also the best connected region in Poland. We have the densest network of expressways and highways in the country. Within 600 kilometers from Katowice, there are as many as 6 European capitals: Warsaw, Berlin, Prague, Budapest, Vienna, and Bratislava. Commuting locally is also super easy and fun, with the same public transportation system for all residents of the Metropolitan area. Trams, trains, buses. It's all available on one ticket in one system. And we are all neighbors. As I previously mentioned, you don't even notice when you leave one city and enter another one. You can easily live in one city and work in another one. We rent apartments to our tenants who live in Katowice city center and work in the surrounding cities. Tychy, Gliwice, Sosnowiec, Mysłowice. Possibilities are everywhere. I talked more about local commuting in the video about Katowice and Kraków. Make sure to check it out. Flat rentals. Since I already mentioned the topic of flat rentals, it's worth talking about the housing situation. In Katowice, renting an apartment is much cheaper than in better known cities. For example, a studio in Katowice is about 1,000 zł cheaper than in Kraków, even though the salaries are comparable. Silesian cities, known for their rich history and beautiful architecture, are putting energy into restoring the old buildings, so you can find a great, fully restored apartment, even in a historical building next to the market square. Check our previous video to see it. There are also more and more new apartment buildings across the region, and you can see it easily when strolling around the city. It's an opportunity for both new residents, but also investors who seek for high-quality properties. One of these promising investments is the Global Office Park. We can't wait for the construction to be finished, as we will design and finish some apartments for our investors there. We will surely tell you more about that another time. Leisure activities and culture. Yes, we work a lot, but take it easy too. Silesia is not just about industry and business. Such geographical and historical diversity offers great opportunities for leisure as well. There are historic towns, old mines you can go down to know their history, UNESCO-listed sites, rivers, lakes, and even the desert. You can also hop on a Silesian railway train to get to our beautiful mountains, Beskidy. And Silesia is impossibly green, almost 1/3 of the region, and 40% of Katowice is forest. Wow! Silesia is also a fascinating cultural region. Did you know that we have our own Silesian dialect? And our local cuisine, with its delicious dishes which the whole world knows? A Silesian dinner with kluski and roulade is heaven. And we have Poland's only industrial monument road and wonderful museums of all kinds. If you're interested in such topics, make sure to check our blog, where we post a lot about Silesia, things to see, do and try. The link is below. Silesia is diverse, developed, full of opportunities and the future, and above all, is a positive surprise for all who give it a chance. Katowice is certainly the most well-known and popular city of the region, but the choice does not end here. Explore, discover, work, invest, live. Silesia really provides you with such opportunities. If you are thinking of relocating or investing and wonder if our region is a good idea, let us know. We'll be happy to be your guide. Don't forget to comment what surprised you the most. See you next time. Maybe you're already here in Silesia. We are ready to welcome you home.